Oi! Welcome back to Project RSX. Today we're on episode 14. I went and purchased some Tine, whatever the f you call it. You guys know what I'm talking about. This company right here. I bought their coilovers, some Street Advanced Z for Zilla Squad. Look at that dude. Oi! So I wanted to upgrade the suspension on the RSX. Ride quality is complete dog shit. So now I went and purchased these. This is how it went. Okay, so now we have everything here. This is my workplace. It's a vibe still. I got my front and rear coilovers. I bought these top mounts to replace for the fronts, because why not? And we're gonna do the rear coilovers first. So here's me just lifting my vehicle. One of the perks of being able to do this at my workplace, I can use the lift. Makes my life a lot easier, makes the job easier. Here's Rupert, also known as Robbie, also known as Roberto, also known as Robert. You guys are gonna see a bunch of mechanics in this video, so as they come I'll just introduce you to them. You know what I'm saying? Alright, it's time for that ManiZilla POV. Not that kinky naughty type of way, the hard-working Zilla Squad type of way. This is my vehicle, 2002 RSX Type S. This car is sitting on Skunk 2 springs. They were installed by the previous owner. Because of that, my car has a little bit of camber on it. That's probably what's pulling my vehicle a bit too. Every time I hit a bump, there's a loud thump noise. It's like it's bottoming out or something. So I need to upgrade my suspension. That's what we're doing. Spending money on some coilovers, and I'm sure it's gonna be worth it. So let's get on with the show. We're gonna start with prepping everything. Make sure we spray this penetrating fluid all over these bolts and nuts. You know, make sure everything's coming off nice. I know my car is very rusty. Here's Jazz. He's one of the apprentices. He does absolutely nothing. This is one of the other apprentices, Bruno, also known as Brewski. He also does nothing. But these guys they're cool guys. You see here, the bottom bolts are coming out. You know, a little bit of a fight, but they're definitely coming out. So far, we got the bottom bolt removed. We just have to remove the two nuts up top. Once those come off, this strut will come out. While I was proceeding to lower my vehicle to access those two nuts up top, we had Calvin Man out here, and he's the hardest working apprentice in our shop. But now we're gonna access these two nuts up top. We're gonna rip apart this this carpentry in the trunk area. Right there. So these are 14mm nuts, and it's best to spray down penetrating fluid on them. That's exactly what I did, and then I go and break these free first with a wrench before I go and use my power tool. Okay. So now with those removed, we should be able to take the rear struts out. Ah yeah, got this shit out. At this point, I bring it over to the spring compressor so that I could disassemble the strut and take off the parts that I need from the old strut and transfer it over to the coilovers. So this is Alejandro, also known as Alex. He's one of the technicians I work with. He's a good friend of mine. He helped me actually put together the rear coilovers. He was just telling me that if I want to keep the height the same, just measure the strut. Ryan! I got about 18 inches, so I just made that the same height for the rear coilovers. So here's where we run into a few problems, but I'm gonna show you guys how we do this. This is how ManiZilla operates. This is my general manager. He's absolutely pissed right now. He's flaming. He said, bro, you're working after hours trying to close up the shop. You gotta leave, man. It's late. I said, ManiZilla is a killer. I didn't even have to repeat myself. ManiZilla does not back down. We do not back down from a fight. And he apologized to me. He said, you want me to exit this way? I said, take that door. He's like, that one? I'm like, yeah, take that one. And that's a true story. I wouldn't lie to you guys. I was gonna close the gate.
No, you have to set the alarm.
For the doors?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm almost done here.
Okay, so In about
When are you guys gonna close?
about half an hour.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be out here. So yeah, pretty much I got my rear coilovers in. I just have to come back another day to put in my fronts. Right, so here I am back at work, another day. I got more of my peeps here, part of Zilla Squad. We got Crystal Meth over here, Crystal. We got bald head ass Sam right there in the hat. That's why he's wearing the hat. We got Maytab right there in the left. And you know I'm not gonna forget this guy right here. This is Big Daddy Davis. Mr. Big Daddy Davis. Ladies, all I gotta say is he's single. Alright, if you got daddy issues, you go and see Daddy Davis. That's all I gotta say.
That's a Tony Montana, man.
And it's time to get back to work. You see this right here? These nuts on top are for the front struts. We're gonna hit it with the sauce. Right, so let me take you guys through how I do this. First of all, hit it with a sauce, tie rod. We take off the cotter pin. Then we remove the nut. Then take a hammer and smash. If that doesn't work, smash harder. Tie rod's removed, then there's ABS line. Take that off too. I also take the bracket off the brake line and take the whole caliper off and just hang it out of the way. Now all that's left is bolt for the struts, hold it from one side and gun it. At this point, all I gotta do is remove the nut from the top. This strut's gonna come out. But we have the good help of our friend here, RJ Jizzle Renzi. Renz, this is my guy. He's a level 3 apprentice. He's about to be a technician, just has to write, pass his license. But you see this? This we call teamwork. That's teamwork, baby. That's Zilla Squad. That's teamwork makes the dream work. And honestly, this is why I love working here, man. I love working with these guys because they all just want to help, and I love that, right? I love you fuckers, man. You guys are amazing. Everyone that's in this video that if you weren't in the video, I'm sorry I couldn't record everyone, but like I appreciate you guys. You know, if you're watching this, like get back to work, buddy. Like I know you're slacking off for the rest of the day, but thank you very much for helping. You know, like I appreciate all you guys. You know, this is what it's all about. You know, everything else is just rinse and repeat. You know. Reassemble the struts the same way. You guys can see the aesthetics, you know, they're very pretty struts. You know, I end up oiling the threads. Alejandro, you know, with the tips telling me, you know, it's a good thing to do that so it's easier to adjust later on. You know, knowledge is power and people have knowledge, you know, so be nice to people. They will be nice to you, they'll help you at the end of the day, and that's what teamwork's all about. You know, go to work with a good attitude. If you're depressed at work, just go home. Go home. No one needs to deal with you. So I got to show you guys this. Everything else is just simple. You know, we slapped it back in the way it came out. You know, I adjusted everything, the dampening effect, which I like about these coilovers. You can change how stiff they get from the front and the rear. You know, I did it to like what the book told me to do. Like, and at this point, the coilovers were in. You know, we got all 4 coilovers in. This is how they looked in the front. Very nice color, you know, like an emerald green. All I had to do was take it for a test drive, and when I did, my steering wheel was not straight at all. So let me show you guys the test drive. I just hopped out the dealership, finished putting everything back together, gave it a quick wash. I'm gonna take this for a test drive. Already I could tell it's a lot stiffer. I could tell the alignment, it needs the alignment though, because right now this is the steering wheel. I am not driving this like this, man. I brought my car back in, just did a quick alignment. This is what the angles look like after. You can see the toe is good now in the front, it was way off, and then the caster is good too, and the camber, the front and rear is going to be off because my car is lowered. And there's camber in the rear for sure, so it's okay, it's not off by a lot, so I'm good with it, I'm happy. So here's the test drive afterwards. Now that I did the alignment's done. Steering wheel should be straight now. Now I can give you guys a proper test drive with the coilovers on. Obviously I still have to adjust them if I need to. It's my first time putting on coilovers. Yeah. Straight, still pulling a little bit, but obviously at least it's not like fucking like this way. I used to go over harsh bumps and hear a very loud thump noise, like my struts were bottoming out. That's what it sounded like before. So I really want to try and test this and go over like a decent bump at least. I can already tell, like whenever I go over something, like it's very stiff. You feel it, but you don't feel the thump. You just feel the road. Right here. Let's hit this. Ooh, that's pretty fucking good. I fucking like it, man. So that's a job done right there. Everything ended up going well, and I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone that was in this video. So let's run this back, okay? I want to shout out my brother Ryan, my brother Kelvin Kels, my brother Daddy Davis, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to my sister Crystal, ballhead ass Sam, my other brother Maytab, my other brother Robbie, Rupert, Roberto, Carlos, Robert, Rupi, oh Matty X, my guy. Shout out to RSX, Renz. You're gonna get your license soon. Trust me on that. Brother Bruno, brother Brewski. Shout out to Jazz, keep kicking shit around the shop. Alejandro, man, big shout out. Honestly, here's the clip of him helping me assemble the front struts. Super nice guy, man. Shout out to my GM. No, thank you for giving me the keys to the dealership, ownership to the whole shop. Thank you, I appreciate that very much. I have this last clip I'm gonna show you guys. My service manager is always bugging me about uploading, and I know I haven't been uploading for a minute, so here's a quick clip. This is the only clip I have of him, so I'm just gonna show you guys. Hey! Yo, honestly, that's the only clip I have. He's probably gonna be pissed when he sees this, but hey!